All right, you guys, we're back. First of the year, first video of Kim's Kick-Ass Cooking the year. Kim, what do we got today? It's been a while since I saw you.
It has been a while. I was super busy in prep last year, so we're back. And since it's New Year's, we're about January 6th today,
Yep.
I figured it would be a really good time to kind of review doing some bulk meal prepping, because I think the biggest challenge a lot of people have is being prepared, especially when it comes to your meals, right? So I'm gonna kind of give you a little sneak peek of what my Sundays typically look like and some of the things that I like to make. You can make them in big batches, put them in Tupperware containers. You don't even have to measure it out. I usually just put them in larger containers and measure it when I prepare my meal. But we're gonna be doing some baked yellow potatoes, crock pot chicken. I've got some jasmine rice, but I make it a little different than I think most people make it, which I think gives it more flavor. And then for vegetables, I'm just gonna do some steamed broccoli, super simple.
Awesome.
All right, so I have a 5-pound bag of yellow potatoes here. They were pretty small, so I washed them, I cut them up into, try to get uniform size, but not perfect, of course. And I just drizzle a little olive oil over the top. Of course, if you're in contest prep, skip the olive oil. And some salt. I like to use a finely grained Himalayan sea salt. You can put pepper on it. You can season it a lot of other ways. But I like to keep it fairly plain and simple. Just toss it a little bit. And then I've got my oven preheated at 395. I don't go to 400 only because it tends to crisp the outside a little bit too quickly. And these potatoes tend to be pretty soft, but you can always re-crisp them when you reheat, when you're ready to have your meal. All right, so we're gonna get these in the oven. Oven light on. Usually takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, but I check it every 20 minutes and give them a toss just so they cook evenly. So we'll check on that in a little bit. So one of the easiest proteins ever to make, literally takes 5 minutes to prep. If you have a crock pot, this is my most favorite crock pot chicken that I make. It's just 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I throw in about half a cup of vegetable broth, and then I seasoned it with a little bit of paprika, garlic powder, and you can just use salt and pepper if you want. I have this pink Himalayan black pepper and garlic mix, so I added that to it also. You can put it in the crock pot before you go to sleep at night and it's ready in the morning, or put it in the crock pot first thing in the morning and you got dinner ready in the afternoon. But it's super simple. This is ready to go.
How long do you put it in there?
I put this in at 10 o'clock this morning, so it's been about 6-7 hours. And then all you got to do with some tongs is literally, it just falls apart, and you can just shred it.
Smells good.
And this is great because you can use it for anything. You can have it plain with, rice on the side. You can make it into tacos. You can throw it on top of a salad. It's pretty versatile, so that's why I made the seasoning just kind of simple. You can always season it, of course, however you prefer. But this is one of my favorite things to make because it's literally so easy. It takes 5 minutes to prep, and then all you have to do is just wait for it.
Awesome.
That's it.
How long is that gonna last you?
This one will probably last me about 5 or 6 days, depending on how many meals of chicken I eat.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Also
right.
depends on, how much protein you're eating per meal too.
Right. Very cool.
That's it. Okay, so next I'm gonna start the jasmine rice. It's just plain white jasmine rice, nothing special, but the way that I add some extra flavor to it is I use vegetable broth instead of water. It's my absolute favorite way to have it. I feel like it just adds more to it. So I use an entire container here. And white jasmine rice typically cooks pretty fast. It's a lot faster than brown rice. Brown rice takes forever. But white jasmine rice is pretty quick. So 1 whole container of vegetable broth, and then 2 cups of white jasmine rice.
Okay.
I also am putting it in the strainer because I rinse it off
Oh,
before I put it in.
why?
It gets a lot of the, it like rinses the rice, and you'll actually be able to see it in the sink. It like rinses, I think, some of the gluten out of it. And so it's not as sticky.
I see.
Use the sprayer here. You can actually see in the sink,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of milky looking.
Yeah,
As you rinse it off,
I just should do
just
that.
like to give it a rinse. Okay. Throw all that in and then turn the heat on. I don't boil it.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't
Okay.
boil it first and then add the rice. I add the rice and then I
Okay.
turn on the heat. Turn it up to like a medium-high heat. And then I do like to add some garlic salt to mine too.
Okay.
I'll just give it a quick stir. So what you want to do is just wait for it to boil. And then once it comes up to a boil, you turn the heat all the way down to low and cover it with the lid.
Okay.
Okay. So the other thing that we've got here is I'm just going to do some steamed broccoli. It's really simple. But there's a way that I like to actually have mine. And I ate lots of broccoli when I was on prep last year. It was my vegetable of choice. I kind of tend to rotate the vegetables that I'm obsessed with. Last year was just regular old broccoli, but there's this really delicious olive oil I'll show you that I have found that I like to put over the top of it for added fats. And it really gives a great flavor. It's like a garlic and herb olive oil. Oh gosh. Let's see if I can get all of these in here. I like to use organic wherever I can. So this is just some broccoli florets. Oops.
Well, that's a lot.
It's a lot, but it kind of cooks down. So I've got that on about a medium-high heat, and I'll just cover that. We'll just let that simmer. Usually takes about 20-25 minutes, depending on how tender and soft you like your broccoli.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's been 20-ish minutes, and I think with the broccoli is all done. I like mine on the softer side, so I tend to like let it go a little bit longer, and these were kind of large pieces, but I usually, if I can get a fork or a spoon through it and it cuts really easily, that's how I like mine. So super easy. You can add to any meal if your measurements for your proteins and your carbs tend to be smaller. I tend to add a lot more vegetables for free calories. You can add some shredded cheese over the top of broccoli for added fats if you want, and then I still have that olive oil I got to show you too. But the rice is done also. Literally, just had to let it sit. This takes all of about 25 minutes. Dave, I'll let you be the taste tester, and you let me know how you like it with the vegetable
good.
broth instead of with water.
Yeah.
And then the potatoes are almost done. I did go ahead and toss those just to make sure that everything bakes evenly, and those should be done shortly.
All right.
All right, last but not least, can't talk tonight, the potatoes are ready. So they've been in here probably about 40-45 minutes. I did give them a quick toss halfway through just to make sure that they're all baked evenly. And these are super good because they, excuse me for a second. Yeah, yellow potatoes get really soft, but they're also really creamy. These are really great if you're like craving French fries, but you want trying to watch your waistline and stick to your diet. These are a really great substitute. And strangely enough, I didn't plan this. However, it was pointed out to me by Coach that yellow potatoes and white rice are actually really great post-workout carbs. They're fast-acting carbohydrates, so they're both really good choices for post-workout meal.
Awesome.
Okay, so that took all of about, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. And we've got lots of meal prep options for the whole week. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I did want, before we go, to show everybody, this is my favorite olive oil. It's flavored with garlic and herbs. You can buy it. It's called from Sonoma Gourmet. You can buy it on Amazon in a 4-pack. It's a little pricey, but totally worth it. Super delicious over any kind of green vegetable. You can also put it over steamed green beans. That's really good also. But I hope everybody really enjoys all the recipes, and we'll be back next time.
All right.